Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live for the biggest draft we'll have done to this point. And granted, we're going to have an even bigger one at the end of the year. But this is an exciting one, I'm not going to lie. In case you guys don't know, for anybody that's going to be watching this, we're going to draft a Premier League 11. And we're going to do it basically in a fantasy style where it's the first person, the first pick gets the number 1 overall pick. Last person, so me, I'm going to get the number 6 pick. Then we're going to reverse it. I'm going to get the first pick in the second round. Then the first person will get the last pick in the second round. And it just goes serpentine all the way back through. And then basically you get to draft whoever you want. But once that player is gone, they're gone. Nobody else can pick them. So got to introduce my guests today. And we're going to go in the order of who's drafting where. First and foremost, Aaron Southwick, number 1 overall pick. How you doing, man?
Doing good. That's all I got to say.
Well, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. So next up, number 2 overall pick, new guest, George. George, how you doing, man?
How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I mean, overall, to be honest with you, the draft idea is pretty cool. So I'm excited to get into it. Really, I've got a notepad and everything, so everyone's going down pretty much. That's what I'm going for anyway.
And I get it. Like you got to be that confident to win these things.
He doesn't know who he's happening against.
Let's put it this way: us Americans, we love our drafts. So this is like what we do at least 330 days a year.
Yeah,
at least.
So it's going to be even more embarrassing when you lose them.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Confidence. Says the guy that lost in the last one to me. Yikes!
Ouch!
Yikes!
Wow!
Ouch! We out here in 2019, Matthew. But next up, number 3 overall pick, Mr. Exclusive, back with us again. How you doing, man?
I am well, thank you. Thank you for having me back.
Not a problem, man. Always happy to have you. Number 4 pick, he's our stat man. You all know him. You all love him. Statman Doug, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing very well, Andrew. How are you?
I'm excited to do this, man. I'm excited to hammer this out. It's gonna be a good time. Not gonna lie, because you guys all have to go down. You gotta be ready for it. You gotta be ready for it. So next up, you guys all know him. His posters are up on everybody's wall in this video.
Literally.
Matthew McFadden, how you doing, man?
I've come here to get revenge, right? After that last draft, I'm not happy. I'm absolutely raging. Should have won it. And I'll tell you what, Josh can go on about his notepad all he likes. Have you got premium big cards? No, I don't think so.
Man, he's brought the props and everything, this guy. He means business. Jesus Christ.
But anyone who thinks I'm here to make up numbers, nope, not at all.
Oh, man.
Well, lastly, but not leastly, I picked last in the first round, is what it is. That's why we randomize draft orders, but I also get the first pick in the second round, so I feel like I benefit more than anybody else. So, yeah, hashtag winning. Guys, let's go ahead. Let's jump into this. Aaron, number 1 overall pick. Where are you going first, man?
Well, with the number 1 overall pick, you have to take the best player in the Premier League, hands down. He is the best in the Premier League. Virgil van Dijk, number 1 overall. Solidify the defense. No one's scoring anyway. It's over. You know.
That's cute. That's really cute.
Yeah, strong choice though, Van Dijk, man.
Nah, that's fake news. Not number 1 overall worthy. Come on now. We know Liverpool's number 1 overall worthy. Nobody. Liverpool's worth the number 1 overall.
Except everyone on the team. But
yeah.
All right. So we go to battle scores there. So, next up, George, number 2. Where are you going, man?
Right. Well, I mean, it looks like I do have to say Van Dijk is a really, really strong choice. I'm not going to lie now, but I mean, looking at it, there's so much to choose. But I'm just going to go straight up and go with Aguero. I think he's the best striker in the league. I've got to nail him down straight away. Aguero, first pick.
Are you willing to pay him that much money, though? You might get, tagged for financial fair play in this one. You never know.
Luckily, we don't play by the financial fair play rules in this.
Neither does Manchester City, so it's all fine.
That's, you know what? He brings up a fantastic point. just like I said, we deal in facts on the Red Bearded Red channel, so it is what it is. By the way, Jake Kurt, yeah, Phil Jones is obviously the best center back in the league. That's without question.
Clearly. Yeah.
By the way, just guys, real quick, I have to say, I honestly feel bad for Phil Jones at this point. The fact that he is so self-aware about how much people dislike him that even he says that if he gets a testimonial game, only his mom and dad would show up. And then the fact that his friends make fun of him for the faces that he makes. Like, come on, man. That poor guy.
He's getting paid, though. He's getting paid.
Like, I just feel bad for him. Can you choose – Sophie, come on. Of course you can choose Mike Dean. Of course you can choose Mike Dean. So, next up, Mr. Exclusive, number 3 overall. Where are you going, man?
So many to choose from. So little time. I'm going to choose Paul Pogba.
Oof. Paul Pogba off board. Starting off that midfield hot, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Well, does he count as Premier League? Because I know he's going to Real Madrid.
Well, yeah, I mean, obs by those comments, So, Doug, my number 4 overall. Where are you going, man?
This might be a shock conclusion, but I'm going to go for the most informed right back in the Premier League this season, and I think he's got the most tackles with 109. I'm going Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
I'm sorry, Doug, you broke up there at the last second. What would you say?
I think he's.
Oh, sorry.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Oh, yeah. Going Obi-Wan. Oof. I'm just going to go 1. That's actually a hell of a pick, man. I thought that he would go a little bit later, but he has had a phenomenal season this year.
Yeah, he's definitely best right back in the league at the moment for me, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I don't disagree. At the moment, he is by far the best right back in the league. Matthew, you're up next, man. Who are you going to pick?
I like how Aaron was talking about the fact that no one gets past Van Dijk. Well, no one gets past De Gea, so first choice for me.
Damn it, Matthew. That's right where I was going to go. Now I got to rethink my draft strategy. You son of a bitch.
I can call that. Probably would be my guess for you.
No, we're not going Ruben Neves. Not in 2019, Aaron.
At least not this round.
Not this round, yeah.
Next pick.
So, I actually really thought that De Gea was going to come to my pick. I really did. So I had to rethink my strategy a little bit here. So, I am going to go with the guy that captains the England squad, that can take a penalty like nobody else.
Phil Jones?
My opinion. Oh, of course.
Henderson.
Phil Jones in the pink boots. Yes. Can take a penalty like nobody else and also scores goals for fun. Harry Kane is going to be my number 1 overall pick. Then,
solid.
In the next round, I have to go with somebody defensively or midfield. I've got to go with the guy that literally is an entire midfield in and of himself. I'm going with N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante had to be the pick. The guy can just literally stop anybody from doing anything. Like, we talk about De Gea being able to stop anybody. Literally, Kante is a wall as a defense. Yeah. And the guy's only 5'6". For God's sakes, come on now.
Kante really.
So, Matthew, back to you, man.
Well, that was my next pick. So I hate you for that.
You're welcome.
See, I'm looking at positions that there's not much depth in. So, striker, Alex Lacazette.
Oof.
Not the best of choices, but solid.
Surprised at that.
Yeah, me too. But you know what? I get it because, I mean, the 2 top strikers currently are gone. So, I mean, Lacazette's had a hell of a year too. You can't deny it. He has had a hell of a year. So, we come back to Doug. Who are you taking, man?
Well, I've got the most informed right back. I'm going for the most informed left back, Andrew Robertson.
I knew he was going to go at some point in this round. I thought about drafting him.
That was gonna be my pick. I wanted him so bad.
But that is a great pick, man. You got two of the best modern fullbacks probably in the entire world. Let's be real about it. So that's a hell of a pick. Now I'm starting to think. Okay, Mr. Exclusive, you're up next, bro. Who you taking?
Well, I wanted Kante. That was going to be my next pick. So that's obviously out of the picture. I'm going to go for someone not likely to be picked. I think Zaha.
Wilfried Zaha. Okay. I mean, I think he went a little early there, personally, Mr. Exclusive. But you know what? I respect it. Wanting to get a winger there, and he is a really great traditional winger too. I'll give you that. So. Also, Mr. Exclusive, you can maybe hit the video off and then video on button. You're kind of blurring a little bit there. There you go. You're back. Yeah. Okay. So, second to last pick in the second round. George, where are you going, man?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about traditional wingers. The player I'm going to go for is who I personally think is England's current best player, and I think will be for the foreseeable future. And it's a player that I'll rate absolutely massively, and it's a shame that City have got all of the best players. And I'm going to go for Raheem Sterling on my right wing. Absolute baller at the moment, scoring goals for fun. I mean, I'd probably net a few if I played in City's team, but I've got to give props to him, man. He's had a lot of doubters, and the way he's come out the other side, just absolute baller. I've got to go for Sterling.
And funny enough, Sophie was literally saying Sterling is the next pick, so that's a hell of a Sophie. It's like she's in your
mind going on here.
Great minds think alike.
It is true. That is very true. And honestly, Raheem Sterling is having a hell of a year. You got to be real about it. He is having a hell of a year. So, Aaron, last pick in the second round. First pick in the third round. Where are you going?
I'm really trying to stay away from Liverpool because I know a lot of these fans voting at the end are going to be United fans. So, with that being said, I think I'm just going to take Mohamed Salah right now.
That's That's okay.
Just get it out of the way. Probably
you got to do you. Overrated as fuck, but whatever.
Okay.
And one season wonder.
I think I'm just gonna shore up my defense right now and just take Emerick Laporte from City.
Laporte, okay.
Yeah, he's just been incredible all year for me. So, what can I say? I got the best defense. What's up, guys?
I mean,
hey guys, score on me.
Imagine say you've got a best defense when you've not got De Gea in there.
Yeah.
Okay, Alisson's better, but all right.
That's really
okay.
Cute.
I think we can agree on this. Alisson's had a better season, and if he does this again next year,
you can maybe start talking about.
You can
maybe start talking. No,
he's slowing down.
You can maybe start.
Pay him $500,000 a week. I don't care. He's slowing down.
You definitely got the wrong audience to argue against De Gea being the best.
Yeah,
I love this right now. I'll fight against everyone in the chat.
I mean, George. He did draft possibly the second best center back in the league at the moment. So where are you going to go?
Is it me now?
Yep, you're up next.
Right. I mean, me personally, I'm an attack-minded player. I think in real life, Sunday League professional. Just to drop that one in.
Already knew it.
But I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna shore up my attack, and I'm gonna pick. I think very close to being the best player this season, or one of when he's been on the field, and that's Heung-min Son for Tottenham.
I love that pick. I love that pick.
I mean, mate, that guy is so underrated. I think it's if he carries on like he is now, he was banging him in for fun at Leverkusen. If he carries on, that guy's going to be a top player. But unfortunately, he plays for a team who don't know what trophies are. So we have him at Man United, who what the FA Cup and small trophies are, but we might get there one day.
Like Vandy Candy just said, he is the Korean Messi. I mean.
He's phenomenal.
He is phenomenal. It's honestly, Son is somebody that at the beginning of the year we were talking about, should Manchester United, if we go get Poch, should that be somebody we should be looking to bring over? Because there was questions about whether Martial was going to be staying, everything like that. And Son is just he this season specifically has taken his game to like that level up here. That I could see a team like Barcelona trying to go get him or Real Madrid trying to go get him. I really could.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you've got a team of really good players around him, he could be incredible. You know, he can do everything. He can play out wide through the middle, off the striker. Doesn't matter. He can do it all, man. He's a great player.
Yeah, absolutely. Mr.
What's that? I said, and he's in my team.
Yes, he is in your team. That is true. So, Mr. Exclusive, you're up next, bro.
Well, I'm going to have to keep this close to home. It's going to have to be good old Tony. Bit of Martial.
Tony Martial. You know what? I love the pick because I was going to take him in the fourth round if he fell to me. So, Martial. So, let's see here. And I will say this about Martial. It sucks that he's been hurt for a month because I really think that this month that he's been hurt could have been the potential for him to take his game with Ollie as manager up another level. So It's unfortunate he's been hurt for as long as he has been. Doug, you're up next, man.
Well, if Aaron has Mohamed Salah, I'm sorry, I'm taking the other one. I'm taking Sadio Mane. I think he's just been absolutely fantastic this season, and he is undoubtedly up there to be top goal scorer this season.
Yep. I mean, it'd be hard to argue that anyone's better right now.
He is in phenomenal form right now. That is for sure. Yeah. I mean, it's somebody that you could make the argument that he could be more of a form merchant because when he's off form, he's really doesn't do much to help.
Well, that's not exactly true. He does always break like that left side down when he's running. Hard to keep up with them. So
the touch and finish for his goal against Bayern Munich was out of this world. That was brilliant. I mean, it's a shame that I keep having to say this about rival clubs, but there's some incredible players in City and Liverpool's team at the moment.
Yeah.
Guys, don't worry. Matthew McFadden is going to pick Scott McTominay at some point. We already know it's true. It's going to happen. Like people are saying, when's Scott McTominay going to get picked? You know, he's going to get picked. He will. I promise.
I mean, it was tempted to go for Lee Grant and go. I was tempted, but I thought I want to give people a chance. Right,
I mean,
so my next pick,
team, Matthew.
So my next pick, I'm on a streak here of people choosing my next pick 4 times in a row now. So I'm going to go for someone who I doubt many people will think of, only because he's been injured for most of the season. That's Kevin De Bruyne.
Honestly, Kevin De Bruyne was somebody I was going to pick up, like probably in the next round when he's
unlucky.
That's okay. It is unlucky. It is unlucky.
He could take his partner in midfield right there.
Well, the only problem is, I look at David Silva at the moment, and I just
don't you dare.
You know,
he's great.
He is great. Don't get me wrong, but he's not worthy of being selected here yet. Not yet.
Oh, okay.
So, I've got my attacker. I've got my central defensive mid, and I really had to think about this while you guys were going through, and I do think that I need to pick up a center back at the moment. Somebody that, you know, since Ollie has come to town, has really upped his game to being one of the best center backs in England. Really has been. Victor Lindelof. I'm taking him to be the center back right here because he's a great ball playing center back. He makes those crunching tackles. We saw it we've seen it in a couple of games. He makes crunching tackles, and if he continues to up his game, there's no doubt that him and Virgil van Dijk will be talked about as the best center backs in the entire country.
Yeah, it'd be like, man, Virgil van Dijk's so good, and there's a guy named Lindelof that thinks he's good, but
that's cute. But so here's where I'm going to go with my next pick, because I've been debating on what formation to go with, and that's the hard part about all this is you got to think of the formation you're going to go with. But I think that these two together, when they play for their team in the national stage, they make a really big difference. And if he continues to develop, there's no doubt that this guy will be possibly better than my first overall pick. I'm going with Marcus Rashford to pair alongside Harry Kane.
I wanted Rashi. Good choice, man. Good choice.
And Marcus Rashford, Harry Kane leading the line. That's a hell of a front two right there. So Matthew, I can see the disappointment in your face.
Yeah. I've not chosen a centre back yet, and I think I probably should. However, there's a severe lack of wingers at the moment, so we're going to go for Leroy Sané.
That is a great pick.
Damn right it is.
I mean, you can't get Mane, might as well get Sané, you know?
I mean, they both have an Ane in their name.
Exactly.
So
one has a Premier League title.
I mean, did he win it? Was it first? No.
Yeah, I mean, whether money was involved in City winning everything is completely different. But, you know, Doug, you're up next.
Well, I need a free kick taker in my team. I need a good free kick taker in my team, and probably one of the best free kick takers that has come into his form quite recently. I'm going for Southampton's wonder boy at the moment, James Ward-Prowse.
That's really good.
Oh, I'm not having that choice.
I like that.
Oh,
I like that a lot.
Don't know about that, man. I mean, he can whip a good ball in, but in general play, I don't rate him, man. I tweeted a while ago and got quite a lot of abuse from Southampton fans about Ward-Prowse. Goal scoring ability from the dead balls, brilliant. But man, just in general, I think he's going through a hot streak now. But I think in general, don't do it for me. I hope I'm proven wrong because he's a young English guy, but can't see it happening.
I do get where you're coming from with that, George. Because we actually talked about him, Ward-Prowse, in our preview against Southampton, and the fact that he is very dangerous off of free kicks. Yeah. And funny enough, he did wind up scoring against us off of free kicks. So, I mean, that's a good pick, Doug. I'll give you that. That's a good pick. So, Mr. Exclusive, you're up next, man.
Right. I think I better put a defender in. Or should I go striker? Unless it's difficult, you make your mind up what you actually want. I've not been into this yet. I've not done one of these yet, so it's like questioning myself as well. I want to go for Lukaku in strike.
You know what? He is in form right now. I'll give you that. And overall, throughout his career, Lukaku has been, one of the best strikers in all of England.
I'm going to thank Matt as well for that option because I just looked up at his poster and saw his face and I thought, you know what? Go on then.
It is.
So, I mean, George, you're up next, man.
Yeah, I mean, looking at my team so far, I've got Sterling, Son, Aguero, arguably three of the best players in the league. However, I've gone pretty much all out attack, and I'm thinking I'm going to need to shore up at the back just a little bit. I mean, looking through in terms of defenders, we've got some good defenders in the Premier League, but it's a tough choice, man. But I think I'm going to have to go for Jan Vertonghen at centre back, in form at the moment. A player I really rate. So yeah, Vertonghen.
I literally just mouthed Jan Vertonghen into the camera 1 second before you said him. Definitely wasn't my next pick.
Like you said, though, Vertonghen is he is on really great form right now. That's a hell of a pick. And
yeah, he's consistent. I think he's one of these where he's consistently been good for a good few years now. So other than Van Dijk, one of the best in the league, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Aaron, back to back.
Well, I'm gonna obviously I can't take another center back. I wish I would, but
you could run a 3-5-2, 3-4-3.
Could also lose this. But anyways, I'm going to go someone that's going to really help the midfield. I think he's having a great season, in my opinion, in Declan Rice.
Declan Rice, it's a great pick.
Choice.
I've not even got him written down. That was a solid choice, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, he's just so underrated down there. Like, you never really hear about him too much, but if you pay attention to it, it's just one of those players that's having a great season. And for my next pick, got to go defense again, and I'm going to just go for that left side, and I'm going to have to go with Ben Chilwell. He's having a great year, and honestly, there's a lot of big clubs looking at him, and I think he's worth it right here.
That's another solid pick. It's a very underrated pick. I'll give you that because, there are the rumors that he's off to. I think it's City is currently who's in for him at the moment.
Yeah, there's a bunch of teams right now saying like $75 million for him. So
mad.
So, George, back to you, man.
Yep. I mean, looking through, I've got a decent centre back. Has anyone chosen Hazard yet?
Nope.
No.
I'm choosing Hazard. I know there's a lot of debate about Hazard, and people say he's the best player, one of the best in the world, which I disagree with. But I think he's one of the best in the league when he performs. I know amongst the United stand lot, there's a lot of debate, but I rate him. I think when he's on form, he's incredible, unplayable. So I'm going to go for Hazard. I'm going to go for him just behind my strikers.
You know what? Honestly, so I did think about this quite a bit, and I was really hoping that nobody was going to take Eden Hazard throughout the whole draft, just to say screw you to Eden Hazard. I thought it would have been really funny.
Like everyone just forgets.
We should have low key said that at some point.
Our third buddy.
Excuse me, Bobs. I'm sorry. This week I should have low key said that before we started. Just nobody choose Hazard. Just so at the end we can all laugh about it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But let's be real. Eden Hazard is one of the best players in the Premier League. You can't deny it, especially when he's on form.
When he decides to show up.
Yeah, when he shows up and is on form, there's not very many people that can do what he does. So that's a great pick, George. Mr. Exclusive, back to you.
I'm gonna go for Ruben Neves.
You son of a bitch. That's who I was going to go with.
I was
the next
going to do
round.
it to you just because I knew you were going for him this round.
It's okay, though, because I did have a backup plan in case somebody did select Ruben Neves. So, you son of a bitch, Mr. Exclusive. Matthew, back to you, man.
Doug.
Oh, no, it is Doug.
I'm still.
Sorry, it is Doug.
Oh, yeah, still is.
I apologize.
Well, that's absolutely fine. I need a centre back, and I'm going for that big forehead, Harry Maguire.
That's a good pick.
The size of the goal, no one's going to score.
Yeah, let's be real. You put him in front of goal, you don't even need a goalkeeper at that point.
Yeah,
like his forehead will stop everything.
Yeah, good old Slabhead. That's as he's known in England now.
Yeah, they say it's
I see. I've heard that you can actually play movies on IMAX on his forehead.
True. I heard when the field gets too wet, you can game on his forehead.
I've heard that one too. I have. Like his forehead just grows massively every day. Just it is what it is. Matthew,
Speaking of forehead, my next pick.
I was about to say, speaking of forehead, you stole it. You son of
Right. I've still not picked a centre back, so I probably should choose one.
I mean,
I'm going to go with. You kind of need centre backs these days. I'm going to go with. See, I'm torn between three. It could be any one of those three. So, Davinson Sanchez.
Ooh,
that's one I forgot about.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, Davinson Sanchez, somebody I did completely forget about, and he's somebody that he's really does have everything you look for in a center back: speed, can play the ball. He's strong. He's super strong. We've seen him
Go on,
frustrate.
keep praising him.
No, listen. I like the kid because he stopped that Russian thug over there at Fulham from doing anything. So I like him. I like him just for that. So you know what? The guy has had a really great season. I got to have somebody to pair in the midfield somehow, no matter what. We'll see where the rest of the draft goes, but I think that adding this guy to the midfield will add a lot of skill and quality to it. Felipe Anderson.
Oh, great choice. Great choice.
Felipe Anderson is having a hell of a year with West Ham, and you know what? I like that's somebody I could see going to a top 6 club here in this coming summer. So let's see here. So I think that I need to go with another center back. I think that somebody to pair alongside Victor Lindelof is probably where I need to go. And there's somebody that is having a great year with Wolves. And you look at the back three that they have and the fact that they haven't allowed more than 2 goals, like I think more than twice this year, that's just crazy to think about. But Willy Boly is going to be my center back partner for Victor Lindelof.
Yeah, good choice, man. Right player.
And I will say this. So in the FA Cup game, there was a point where Jesse Lingard was trying to hold up the ball against Willy Boly on the right-hand side, and I just saw the size comparison between the two, and I was like, Jesus, Jesse just looks like a little kid compared to Willy Boly. Like, just I get that Willy Boly's just a massive center back. Like, he's 6'5". That's a massive dude. It also goes to show just how small Jesse Lingard is.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, being from Wolverhampton, like I know countless Wolves fans, and he's known locally as Big Willie. Whether that's true or not, I'll leave to the imagination. But I think when it comes down to it, like Boly, he was one of the players for me, alongside probably Bennett. At the start of the year, talking to Wolves fans, they thought, he's going to get found out. This guy, I don't think he's good enough. Coming into the Prem, I mean. He definitely endeared himself to United fans with his handball goal against City, but a very, very good player. He's properly steps up to the plate, I think, along with Cody.
Yeah, Cody's another good one. I debated back and forth between those two because the Wolves' defense has been phenomenal this year. It really has been. So, Matthew, back to you, man.
Right, because I've got no idea what formation I'm going to run, I'm just going to choose Bernardo Silva.
You know what?
Hey, he goes anywhere in the midfield, so there you go.
Yep.
Okay.
I know, Bubs. Arthur's underneath the table right now, guys. He's not happy. He's not happy.
Arthur, come here.
But let's go ahead. Let's go to our stat man. Stat man Doug. Who's going to be your 6th pick?
I need a defensive midfielder in there. And I'm probably going to go for the one that's been probably the most consistent in the last few years. And basically, when he's injured, City look a different team. I'm going Fernandinho.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
Doug, you're killing me. You're taking my boys now.
Yeah, I was going to go for Fernandinho as well. Good choice.
That's a hell of a pick. I mean, I did think about, not picking N'Golo Kante and getting him, but you know what? I'll take N'Golo Kante. Just saying. Mr. Exclusive, you're up next, man. Who are you taking at number 6?
Well, I think I actually need to start picking some defensive players. I'm going to go for oh, God's sake. Edison.
Okay.
Hey, you know what?
Just couldn't pull the trigger on a Liverpool player, I see. All right.
No, I could definitely pull the trigger on a Liverpool player without a shadow of a doubt. I won't put him in my
I mean, I guess it depends on what trigger we're talking about. Anyways, George, we go to you.
This isn't America.
My next choice that I'm going to go for, like I said, I've pretty much gone all out attack so far. I've only got one defender and no CDM or no goalkeeper, but I want to finish off my attack and finish strong. I'm going to go for Aubameyang up front, paired with Aguero.
Oof.
One of the top scorers in the Prem at the moment, alongside one of the top scorers, if not the top scorer in the Prem at the moment. This is a good attack.
And funny enough, I was looking at your team, George, and I was actually thinking you could actually potentially run a 4-4-2, especially with Oba there. You could run them two up top, have Sterling and Son as wingers, and have Hazard kind of play in the midfield, but more forward.
I think what I'm going for is more of like a 4-1-3-2 kind of formation, where I'm going to have four at the back, a holding midfielder, 2 wingers with a centre attacking mid, Hazard, and then 2 up top with Aubameyang and Aguero. So kind of like a 4-4-2 really, but just centre midfielders, one up and one defending. That's what I'm going for anyway.
I like it. I honestly, I do like it. That's a good pick, and he did fall a lot farther than I thought he would. So, Aaron, back to back again.
And again, I feel like I'm just going to fill up my team with Liverpool players eventually here. But there's not a lot of depth at right back, and I just have to go with who I think is the best, and that's Trent Alexander-Arnold. And I mean, maybe not the best in form when he's like as of right now. We got Wan-Bissaka performing, but when he's at his best, there's not many better.
Yeah.
And I need a winger. There's not many good ones left, so I think I'm just going to have to go from the Wolves, Diogo Jota.
And that's a good pick. I was thinking that somebody was going to take him in this round, so that's a really good pick. Really good pick. So we move on. George, where are you going?
Yeah, my attack's pretty much done now, so I'm thinking I'm probably going to need a defensive midfielder. Has Fabinho gone yet?
No.
Nope.
No Fabinho. I'm going to go for Fabinho then. I think when he first came to Liverpool, there was some debate. He didn't play that much, but I think watching him in the Liverpool team at the moment, he's composed. He's a very good player, and even though he's not got I wouldn't say amazing technical ability. I think he's very underrated in terms of his ball playing ability. People tend to say ball winner, but I think he's a good ball player as well. So Fabinho.
Honestly, I do like the pick. I do like it. Sorry, so Mr. Exclusive, you're up next. Where are you going?
I'm going to go with, like you said, it's about your formation and where that's going to lead you to what players you're going to go with. So, like, whether I pick one player now, it will stick me to a 2-2-2-4 then if I do that. Which, you know what? I'm going to go with Luke Shaw at left back.
That's actually who I was going to take in this round, so that's a good pick, Mr. Exclusive.
Thank you.
Doug, you're up next, man.
Oof, right. Okay. So what have I got? I've got right back, left back, a centre back. Oh, I need another winger. Actually, I'm just realizing there's not many left. Oh, this is really hard. Actually, goalkeeper. I've not picked a goalkeeper. I'm picking Alisson.
I was thinking that you were going to go with Alisson in this round. So it's a good pick. I actually have my goalkeeper worked out. I already know who I'm picking there. Zaha's already gone, J Hart, by the way. So it's a good thought though. So we move on. Matthew, who are you taking?
I actually kind of regret choosing Bernardo Silva because even more so now, I don't know what formation I'm going to go with. that screwed me over, I'm not going to lie. Because I'm actually quite surprised that no one's taken him yet, I'm going to go for Lucas Torreira in the midfield as a CDM option.
Yeah, I was hoping.
You know what? I mean, people talk about best signings of the year. I mean, that is one of them you could talk about for Arsenal. That's a good one. But people keep asking when you're going to pick McTominay, Matthew. I hope you're going to be picking him soon because people are starting to get
to the 11th pick. No, he's my manager.
Yeah, I was gonna
so
ball boy.
I'm actually going to do something a little bit surprising here because, listen, I like the fact that I love where my team's going, but I need to get a back. I need to get a fullback, and so I'm going to pick Kieran Trippier to play fullback. He's got a hell of a cross on him. Yeah, he might have messed up a penalty, but we're going to breeze past that fact. But he is possibly the best fullback in all of England at the moment. So I'm talking for England, not in the Premier League.
Yeah.
All right. So then I also need somebody to kind of be a winger in my team. And while he might not be a traditional winger, I think he could really fit into the team at this spot. And I am going to go with Christian Eriksen. I'm actually surprised.
Again, I've moved a player before you said him.
Yet. And Christian Eriksen can play a multitude of positions too. So
yeah, technically, Eriksen, one of the best players in the league, easily. His technique is incredible. I just don't think he's like 100% consistent all the time. But there's no way I'm turning him down for United if he wanted to come to us. So good choice.
He's a great free kick taker. I mean, that's something to think about for your team.
Yeah.
And I'll gladly take him. I'm just actually surprised I've got 3 Spurs players in my team. That's the only thing I'm a little bit surprised about. So, Matthew, we come back to you.
That's twice now I've mouthed a player's name before someone's correctly said him. I just knew you were going to do it, and that was my next pick. So I hate you for that. Because I need... I don't even know who I need anymore. Right, so I've got a keeper, I've got a striker, I've got De Bruyne, Sané, Sanchez, Silva, Torreira, Kyle Walker.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I actually forgot about Kyle Walker.
Needs me a right back.
Man, you talk about like this is actually starting to get a little bit difficult. I'm looking at all the names that people got, and a lot of great players are off the board. Doug, you're up next, man.
Ander Herrera.
Oof, underrated pick. Ander Herrera. Mr. Exclusive, we come back to you.
I'm going to go with Gabriel Jesus up front with Lukaku.
What's that?
I'm going to put Gabriel Jesus with Lukaku up front.
Yeah. That's a good pick too, Mr. Exclusive.
Someone young that actually got a first touch.
Yeah, you had to have one, right? So, George, we come back to you.
Yeah, I need another centre back to pair with Vertonghen, and I'm thinking one player that has impressed me a lot, really, in Chelsea's defence is Rudiger. A young player. I think he's probably similar type of player to Davinson Sanchez. So yeah, I'm going to go for Antonio Rudiger.
That's honestly that's a good pick too. That's
God, George. Thank you, man.
So, Aaron, back-to-back picks, bro.
Yeah, I need a defensive midfielder right now, someone to hold that. So I think I'm just gonna have to go with Musa Sissoko.
Okay.
I think he's had a really good season. So, and then I need a keeper, and I'm just gonna have to go with Fabianski because I think he's the best of what's left.
Not bad. I've got a trick up my sleeve for my goalkeeper, but we'll see what happens.
Funny enough, I do too. I've got somebody that's going to be very,
Funny
very.
enough, I think I know who everyone's going to choose.
For God's sake.
So, next up, Mr. Exclusive. Where are you going with it, man?
Well, just leaves me with all defensive players, and Rudiger was my next choice. So I'm going to go with my next choice, which is John Stones.
Ooh, okay. I mean, honestly, another guy I forgot about, but John Stones is talked about as one of the best center backs in England too. So great pick. Great pick.
He's definitely one of the center backs in England.
He is one. That is for sure. Doug, you're up next, man. Where are you going with your pick?
I have to have a Scottish person in there. He has probably the most assists out of any Scottish player ever in the Premier League. Ryan Fraser.
Yep.
Decent.
Good choice.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm starting to scramble now. So, Matthew, you're
I'm
up
genuinely
next.
stumped at this point. I've literally got no idea. Like genuinely stumped.
Yeah, it's getting rough
I
now.
need a left back, I need a centre back, and I need either a right winger or a centre mid. I'll probably choose a left back. I'll go for Luca Digne from Everton. Probably because he's the best of the rest, I guess.
Yeah. Digne is really good too.
Not most glamorous of picks, but need one.
So, yikes. You guys have put me on the spot here. Where are we going to go with the pick? So, there's somebody at the door. Oh, my wifey's home. Go get her. Go get her. Sorry. So, you know what? I kind of just realized that there's somebody from one team that probably nobody's going to make a lot of picks from, partially because they're one of the bottom teams in the league. But he is one of the best young talents in the world at the moment. Ryan Sessegnon to play on my wing.
Okay.
You think about last year, a lot of people were talking about if he was going to make a move to a top 6 club coming up into the Prem.
Yeah, I mean, he was linked with United, but so is everyone else, I suppose. So
I think you can literally say there's about 400 players linked with United at any certain point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, have you heard, by the way, Gareth Bale might be coming to us this year again?
I've already seen. So you have to have the biannual. You're going to get Neymar and Bale coming to Manchester United. It's almost guaranteed that
Every year.
at least twice a year you're going to hear those names. So you know what? I'm actually going to go with a little bit of a modified formation here because there's somebody that I think is very underrated in the squad. And that is from Bournemouth. I'm going with Nathan Ake.
Yeah.
Wow.
Again, decent choice, man.
Well, you chose Rashford, so Ake's safe.
But I mean, honestly, Nathan Ake is somebody that I was starting to look at my formation. I was like, you know what? The two people that I have that are going to play at wing, they can get both up and down on the pitch. So why not kind of let them be more wing backs? So going with the 3 at the back. So Matthew, we head to you next.
I've got no idea now. I've really got no idea.
Well,
I'll probably go with Toby Alderweireld as the other centre back. I can risk going with a slower centre back, so I've got Sanchez there. So
Toby,
that's my back four sorted.
And you know what? That's actually, I was surprised that he hasn't off the board yet, but he really has not had a good year this year. So
cheers for that.
It's not surprising that he's not off the board yet. So, Doug, you're up next, man.
Oh, I'm toying between 2 forwards. I'm actually surprised that he's not off the draft. Jamie Vardy.
Ooh,
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's a good one too. It's actually kind of surprising. Like when you go down this list, you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about him. Oh yeah, I forgot about him. And Jamie Vardy's somebody that, I mean, you think about the year that Leicester won the league. I don't know if there was very many strikers that were better than him.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Exclusive, we head back to you.
I'm going to say right back. Not young. Do not worry. It's going to be Diogo Dalot.
Oof, good choice.
This is it wrapping up, right?
I believe that we are so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there is we got one player left. One player. Well, I've got one player left.
Everyone's gonna have one player left after me.
After you,
I'm finishing it out.
You know, I think you might have missed me out on one because I've got 3 spaces left, but we'll come to that at the end.
Hold on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, what the heck, George?
Make 2 picks. There you go.
Yeah, George, you get to make 2 picks no matter what, because like I'm really confused right now.
Yeah, I think it was the last one. You know, it might have been the last one. That's all right. I think actually, that's right. Because my last one, when it came to me, we got Rudiger. But I think it missed me. It must have missed me on the way back. It's all good. I'll still win, so it's all right.
Yeah, I would just take it now, and I'll go.
I'm embarrassed now. I'm sorry, George. I don't know how that happened.
It's all good, mate. I'm still gonna win. It's okay. Is it me now?
Sterling.
Yeah, you are next. Mr. Sluice just picked Dallo.
Right. Okay. Cool. So do I get 2 now?
You get 2.
Right. Okay. I'm missing at the moment. I need both fullbacks and a keeper to complete my team. I'm gonna go for who I think is right up there with Wan-Bissaka as being the best informed fullback in the league this year, and go for Matt Doherty from Wolves at right back.
Yeah. Okay.
He was scary against us the other night. I'm not going to mention that, but yeah. I personally think that I'm looking at left backs. All the best ones are gone. The ones that are left, I think it's going to be. I'm not bothered which one I end up with. They're all pretty bog standard. But in goal, I'm very torn between a few. But I'm going to go for Sergio Romero, who is obviously our superstar substitute goalkeeper. But I think he's a lot better than most first pick goalkeepers in the league for most teams. So yeah, Sergio Romero.
I mean, you're not wrong on that. And then, George, you picked Matt Doherty for your last pick, right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, Aaron, back to back.
I'm trying to see if anyone took them. I'm trying to see right now.
I'm sure if you say their name, you'll find out pretty quick.
Oh, no. I don't think anyone took them. I think I'm changing my formation mid-draft just because I saw he's still left, and that's David Silva. I don't see anyone on anyone's list.
It's a good late pick.
Yeah, good choice, actually. I think people forget about him because he's had a hair transplant and grown hair.
Yeah, it's true.
And then I'm going to go with another guy to pair up front with Salah, and that's going to have to be Raul Jimenez from Wolves.
Nice.
I think he's a massively underrated player.
Yeah. I was actually going to say, I mean, he's on loan right now there, isn't he?
Yeah. He's on loan.
Yeah, he's on loan. I can't remember who it's from. I think it might be
Benfica, isn't it?
Benfica.
Benfica.
Yeah,
So
he's a great player, man, and Wolves should just pay whatever they want for him.
Yeah. No, and here's the thing. I mean, Raul Jimenez coming, like, I actually wouldn't be surprised to see Wolves try and just pick him up fully. Yeah. You know, like say, screw the loan, we want to buy him.
Yeah, I think in and around the Wolves supporters, they're like definitely do it. And I think the feeling amongst the fans is if they don't, they will be seriously pissed off. So, I mean, I hope for all Wolves fans that they do, because I really rate him. It's good.
Yeah. So, I mean, George, you get your last pick here, man.
Right. So I just need a left back. And to be honest with you, the choices that are left are very, very average. So I'm going to go for, I think, a left back that is proven in the Prem, sometimes a bit suspect, but he's a player I actually rate quite highly. I think he's good, which is Patrick Van Aanholt, a left back.
Yeah. He's definitely proven himself.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's kind of the best of a bad lot, really. I can't see any decent left backs left.
Not much left.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's Patrick Van Aanholt. So I'm not spelling his name correctly at all, but I'll correct it later. So, Mr. Exclusive, you're up next.
Well, just leaving the defender.
Who's your last pick?
You know what? Should I just for a joke put Phil Jones in? I'm gonna go for Mike Smalling. Good old Mike.
I mean, there is a big difference between Mike Smalling and Chris Smalling. That's true.
I know, yeah, Chris Smalling, bro. Well, you tell Louis van Gaal that, you know.
I mean, I'm not going to tell Van Gaal anything. In fairness, Doug.
No,
Doug, you're up next, man.
Oh, I've just got a centre back left. I've just got a centre back left. This is really difficult because there's not many good centre backs left. I'm going to go for someone that has been fantastic for Manchester City throughout the years. He's very good off the field with his charity work. Vincent Kompany.
Yep.
There you go.
The instant you said City, I was like Vincent Kompany, because that's somebody that, I mean, overall, he's probably been one of the best center backs to ever play in the entire country over his entire career. So,
good. Yeah, it was good. There's a lot for Manchester as well.
Yeah, definitely does. Matthew, I'm pretty sure all you have left is a goalkeeper, man.
Nope, I've chose De Gea.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. De Gea was your first pick.
Yep. Yep.
My bad.
I've either got a right winger or a central midfielder, and I don't know which one. And there's a few absolute sunboy suppers out there, I'm not going to lie.
All that matters is your formation.
See, because... What's that?
All that matters is the formation now.
Yeah, I've got a 4-3-3, but I'll probably end up changing it. Because I need a box-to-box midfielder, I'll probably go with not really the best option, but one that I kind of need for the sake of this team, and that's Wijnaldum.
I love Wijnaldum. I was going to pick him, but I didn't want to have too many Liverpool guys.
I don't even.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
just,
got
you got
I
it.
got you.
I was like, I don't know how to spell that name. I'm not gonna even try. So, guys, I'm actually really surprised that nobody picked him. Like, I had a really low key keeper that I was gonna go with, but there's a goalkeeper that was left off this list. It's possibly the third best in the league, Hugo Lloris. How did you pick Hugo Lloris?
You know
World Cup winner, can distribute the ball well. Like, I'm surprised because I was actually going to go with Tom Heaton from Burnley.
He's just had a bad season, I think, man.
Those are my last three, actually. Lloris, Heaton, Kasper Schmeichel, and Romero. And personally, out of those four, I'm choosing Romero all day, man. But Lloris is a top keeper. He's won the World Cup, so fair play.
Yeah, like that's like I didn't expect to have Lloris fall to me like at any point, but I mean that rounded out my team pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. So thank you guys for letting him fall. I'll take it all day long. So, guys, if you want to, let's go ahead. Let's go through everybody. Name out your team and where the positions they're going to be playing at, so that way I can, create your guys' teams for you. So, Aaron, you're up first. So, name off your team for people.
It's Virgil van Dijk at center back, Salah up front as a striker, Laporte as a center back, Declan Rice as an attacking mid.
So Cam.
But Declan Rice is number 10.
Well, I'm running a 4-4-2. I'm getting wild out here. Chilwell left back. Alexander-Arnold at right back. Jota is an attacking mid. Sissoko is a holding. So there you go.
Okay, so
yeah, defensive mid. Just put defensive mid. For
CDM.
Sissoko.
Okay, yeah. So you're going with a 4-3-3 then?
No, because I have David Silva. I'm going to put Rice and Jota on the outside.
Okay.
Yeah. Fabianski is keeper. Silva in the mid, defensive mid, and then Jimenez is striker.
So you're kind of going with like a 4-4-2 diamond.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So, George, go ahead and name off your team for me.
Right. I'm going to go for kind of a 4-1-3-2 formation. So I'm going to go for Sergio Romero in goal. Matt Doherty at right back.
Right back.
Yeah, my two centre backs are going to be Antonio Rudiger and Jan Vertonghen. Then Patrick Van Aanholt at left back. Fabinho as a CDM, a defensive midfielder.
Okay.
Then we're going to go Raheem Sterling at right midfield. I'm going to go for Son at left midfield. Hazard just behind the strikers.
So it's like a 10. Okay.
Yeah, like a centre attacking mid, really. So like a number 10. And then up top, we've got Aubameyang and Aguero.
I will say that's a hell of an attack there, man.
That's the winning team there.
Mr. Exclusive, go ahead and name your team off for me.
So obviously you've got Edison in net, Luke Shaw on the left, Stoned, Smalling, and Delots, with Pogba and Neves in centre midfield, left wing or left mid, whatever you want to call it, Martial, Zaha on the right, Lukaku, and Jesus up front.
Striker, center mid.
So basically, 2-2-2.
Okay, cool. That's another good team, man. Like honestly, we do all have good teams. I'm gonna say that right now. We do all have good teams. Doug, go ahead and name your team off for me for the peoples.
Okay, so I'm going for a 4-3-3. It is Alisson in goal, and then a back four of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Vincent Kompany, Harry Maguire, Andrew Robertson, and then Fernandinho, Ander Herrera, James Ward-Prowse, Ryan Fraser, Sadio Mane, and Jamie Vardy.
Good. And then so Sadio Mane can be left. Striker. And then James Ward-Prowse. Where's James Ward-Prowse going to be on your team? I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. In the midfield.
So midfield. All right. So you're kind of running a 4-4-2 kind of then.
4-3-3.
4-3-3.
Fraser on one. Fraser on one wing and Mane on the other.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you were playing Fraser in your midfield. I apologize on that.
No, it's okay.
So right mid and then center mid. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing this so that way I can get your guys' teams right. So Matthew, I see where your team's at, but go ahead and name it off for me.
Yeah, so I've got De Gea in goal, so instant win there. Kyle Walker, Toby Alderweireld, Davinson Sanchez, Luca Digne, midfield two of Torreira and Wijnaldum, and then a three behind the striker of Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Leroy Sané, and then Lacazette up top.
Okay. Sorry. I know, right? I'm struggling over here. So Matthew, I'm going to message you a little bit later. So my team, I've got cool. Hugo Lloris in goal. I've got a back three of Nathan Ake, Willy Bali, and Victor Lindelof. Then I've got N'Golo Kante guarding the back as a CDM. Then I've got Felipe Anderson and Christian Eriksen as the midfield. My wing backs, left wing back is Ryan Sessegnon, right wing back is Kieran Trippier, and then my two strikers are Marcus Rashford and Harry Kane. So strong at the back, got that width, traditional width, and then let's be real. I've got Marcus Rashford and Harry Kane. You ain't gonna stop them at any point. So that's an instant win right there. Instant win. So, guys, thank you very much for joining me. George, just so you know, I did throw your link for your YouTube in the description below in case people weren't already aware.
Cheers. Thank you for that.
Yeah, not a problem, man. But so, Aaron, anything you want to shout out, man?
I realize now I'm running a 4-2-2-2. So,
okay.
That's anything. That's all.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Well, follow this guy on Twitter. He does what he does. He's out here, in 2018, not 2019. George, my guy, thank you very much for joining me. Like I said, guys, YouTube's in the description below. If you aren't already subbed to him, you need to be. I love his video game content. I really do. But George, anything else you want to shout out, man?
Thank you very much for the shout out on YouTube, by the way. We're doing lots of random stuff at the moment. But yeah, just go and follow me on Twitter at Georgie Tennant, GeorgEeTennant. Tell you what, that was a bit of a mouthful, but yeah.
Let's be real, guys. Just so you guys know, everybody's Twitter handle is in the description below. You need to be following them if you aren't already. Mr. Exclusive, anything you want to shout out, my guy?
Same, Twitter, YouTube, they're in the description. Hit them up, guys.
It is all going to be in the description below, guys. Doug, my stat man, thank you for joining me, sir.
No problem.
So anything you want to shout out?
I've just realised that on Monday it'll be 2 weeks until I do a 10-hour radio show. I'm currently collecting sponsors. I've managed to collect £127 worth of sponsors so far. My target is 250. Don't know if I can get up to that, but no, just keep following me on Twitter and obviously just keep following the Sam Radio Football Show as well. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely, man. Matthew, anything you want to shout out, man? I mean, I don't know what
I don't think so.
I mean,
nothing at all. I think you put it in the description, offsidegraphics.com. Shit, where's one of the posters? Oh, got it here. Oh, look, definitely didn't pre-plan that. Got yourself a new poster. Be my first order in about a week. So, good to break that deadlock now. But yeah, check that out in the description if you hadn't already, and cheers for having me on.
Always, man. Always. And guys, you know, if you are already, you need to just be subscribed to this channel too. I try and put out as much content as possible, you know, with my current work schedule and everything like that. I mean, it is a little bit more difficult, but there is the possibility we might be doing a WWE watch along on Sunday. We'll pick out a pay-per-view and just watch it together. Have some fun talking about some old school wrestling. So
I'm gonna drink a lot of beer. So
yeah, I mean,
let's have fun.
We'll definitely have fun with that one. So just genuinely, thank you everybody for joining us today. Thank you for watching the video. I really do hope that you all have a great night, a great day, wherever you're at, whatever you. Love you guys, and you guys are awesome. Have a great night.